RCCO on air. You're now locked into the pulse of the city, where information and music conspire. RCCO on air. Get ready to tune in for advice and the hottest tunes. From life hacks to killer tracks, we've got it all for you. RCCO on air, bringing you ultimate radio experience.
A pleasant Tuesday, folks. This is CM, and you're currently tuning in to your fortnightly 4 p.m. habit. Welcome to another episode where refreshing music and substantial legal discussions take place. That's only here on RCCO On Air, where music and information meets. Your awesome show for great tunes and legal insights is now streaming on demand on LinkedIn and as well as on YouTube. If you are a Strata owner or resident, stay back as we prepare another significant discussion that shall help you know your rights in your Strata community. In this particular episode, we put a spotlight on Strata levies. You know that Strata levies are expected to maintain our shared spaces and keep the lights on in our buildings. But what happens when those levies suddenly skyrocket without explanation? That sounds so hurtful, right? And as well as in this episode, we tackle a growing concern among owners across Strata communities. And that's the massive and mysterious hikes in Strata levies. And our episode title today is no other than Huge Strata Levy Hike, a furry at unexplained charges. So in this particular episode, you are ought to answer these questions such as, where is the money really going? Why are the residents being kept in the dark? Like literally, because without those levies, those lights in the building wouldn't light, right? And what can you do when you're hit with unexplained charges? Stay with us as we unpack the reasons behind these steep increases, your rights as an owner, and the steps you can take to challenge or clarify questionable fees. Stay tuned, relax on some good music as RCCO On Air gets back to you shortly.
Electricity is what brings you to me. It's something that no one can see. Lost in this ecstasy that you made me feel, and I don't ever wanna leave. I can't recall the last time that I felt so high. A melody that haunts me all the time. You make life feel like spring, rain, spring, rain, spring, rain, like in the movies. Spring, rain, spring, rain, spring, rain. You do it to me. Nothing more to say. Words don't work the same, and I see your face. I don't want any space, so put your hands on me. Never leave again. I can't recall the last time that I felt so high. You're like a melody that haunts me all the time. You make life feel like spring, rain, spring, rain, spring, rain, like in the movies. Spring, rain, spring, rain, spring, rain. You do it to me. You bring the color back into my life. I only ever want you by my side. Spring, rain, spring, rain, spring, rain, like in the movies. Spring, rain, spring, rain, spring, rain. You do it to me. Like in the movies. No, 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 no. Yeah.
RCCO on air.
Seeking a legal champion to protect your interests? At RCCO Lawyers, we dedicate our steadfast effectiveness, resourcefulness, and clarity to yield the best results for you.
My name is Rochelle Castro. I'm the principal lawyer of RCCO Lawyers. We have 4 offices around Australia, so we're a national Australian law firm. We have a headquarters in Melbourne, we have an office in Sydney, in Brisbane, and also in Perth, Western Australia. We specialize in particular practices from commercial, contractual litigation, strata, property, which includes conveyancing, building and construction, wills and estate, and reach out to us and see if we could assist you, because we could just give guidance, and it's all about advocating your rights.
RCCO on air.
Welcome back to RCCO On Air, where music and information meets. It started with a letter, just another envelope in the mail, until they opened it, and it said, Strata Levy notice, new charges apply. And just like that, their annual fees had doubled. No warning, no breakdown, no explanation. Meet the residents caught in the chaos of a huge Strata Levy hike, and they are furious, confused, and demanding answers. Why the sudden increase? Who made the decision? And what can you do if you're in the same boat? Here's attorney Rochelle Castro, the principal lawyer of RCCO Lawyers and a premier and seasoned strata lawyer in Australia, has to say on this predicament.
Hi, thanks for having me again here in RCCO On Air. And the issue that I have been presented with today is about increasing levies, which, of course, it's pretty tough out there. And although there is an obligation, it's quite difficult to understand if you are not aware of the procedures when it comes to levies of the strata community. So the situation I have here is our strata committee has suddenly announced a huge increase in levies, but they haven't provided any real justification. We weren't consulted, and there's no transparency on how the funds will be used. Do we have any legal grounds to challenge this increase? Are there laws in place to prevent unreasonable hikes? Many residents are struggling financially, and this feels unfair. True, and I cannot disagree with that. One of the things, however, when it comes to strata communities is identifying if you have an executive committee that has been appointed. Executive committees are the ones who first plans the proposed budget for the next financial year, and that's the one that's being prepared and should be included in your annual general meeting notice. That's the one that you should be reading. You should attend your annual general meetings so that you have a say in respect of the proposed budget. If you are not there, unfortunately, you are losing the opportunity. You are not giving yourself the opportunity to challenge. So it is actually in the annual general meeting that you should discuss and address why there is a need for the levies to be increased. Look at the budget. Look at the annual general meeting notice. Look at the budget. Attend your annual general meeting. Have a say and be heard there so that the other owners hear what you say. But of course, do keep in mind that there is a legal obligation of the owners corporation to comply with, and that may include funding. And if there are alternatives that you could present, what better way to do that than by attending the annual general meeting? I hope these tips help, and I look forward to seeing you. And thanks for having me again here in RCCO On Air. See you next time.
Thank you so much, Attorney Rochelle, for that fortifying advice. And I hope that you always remember to attend your general meetings, your annual general meetings, to make sure that all of those charges are explained and that you will know as well where are those funds going to, because there is more transparency in these kind of avenues. When you encounter any legal matters, just always know that our legal professionals at RCCO Lawyers are ready to assist you anytime. Bring us on any of our inbox in our social media accounts, and that's currently displayed on your screens. We are presently available on Facebook, that's where you are watching right now, Instagram, X or Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. And we have a bunch of content available on our website. That's www.rccolawyers.com. We've got tons of blogs, media interviews, and other stuff that you might be interested in, so you will know better about what RC&Co Lawyers is. I hope that our information session has helped you understand better about strata levies. And if you remain wanting for more information about the laws in Australia, you should make sure to always keep updated on our Facebook page, as this is where we usually do our live for RCCO on air. And in the future, you should make sure to stay up to date with our upcoming broadcasts by encouraging everyone as well to share this episode, because your support would actually fuel this program in order for us to produce more episodes and broadcasts in the future. Indulge yourself in some tunes as RCCO On Air comes back to you shortly.
RCCO On Air!
In a world where uncertainties abound, find peace of mind with RC&Co Lawyers. Our mission is your empowerment. We're not just legal experts. We're partners in your journey to resolution. At RC&Co Lawyers, we understand that every case is unique. Our diverse team combines expertise with compassion, ensuring you're heard and understood. We believe in your right to peace of mind and resolution. Experience the empowerment of knowing you're in capable hands. RC&Co Lawyers. where peace of mind, empowerment, and resolution converge. RC&Co Lawyers. Effective. Resourceful. Clear. Contact us for a 20-minute complimentary consultation now.
RCCO on air. News break.
Strata residents across New South Wales are set to benefit from sweeping new reforms aimed at boosting transparency and accountability in apartment living. The reforms, now in effect, require Strata managers to disclose any ties to suppliers or developers, provide detailed insurance breakdowns, and report conflicts of interest in real time. An $8.4 million Strata and Property Services Task Force within NSW Fair Trading will enforce the changes, with penalties up to $110,000 for non-compliance. It says that reforms will help owners maintain common property, support accessibility upgrades, and offer flexible levy payment options for those in financial hardship. For the 1.2 million people living in Strata across NSW, these reforms mark a major step towards a fairer, more transparent apartment living.
RCCO on air. News break.
And that concludes our afternoon. Another day, another episode well spent. I hope that the advice from Attorney Rochelle Castro has helped you to understand better towards levy payments. And I hope as well that you keep on continuing to support RCCO on air on RC&Co Lawyers Facebook page. Our streaming is actually every fortnight, so that means I'm gonna see you again in 2 weeks. Do not forget that your information is the greatest weapon. Keep yourself informed and legally empowered. Until next time, this is CM. I hope that you will continue supporting this episode and this program as we have more future broadcasts. That's only here on RCCO on air. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.
RCCO on air. Gotcha the scoop you need and the tunes you love. RCCO on air. Stay curious. Stay groovy. RCCO on air. Now signing off.